Dear student, see last time we completed theory part of the lesson number 5, okay, that is matter and magnetism. We also saw some examples. Now we proceed further, okay, in lesson number 5. Now see our next example is example number 5.4. Okay, now see the question says that, see what is the magnitude of equator okay and axial see we have to find out value of the magnetic field at on equator and axis of a bar magnet length is given 5 centimeter. See generally bar magnet length we take 2L, okay, and a distance of 50 centimeter, that is 0.5 meter. Okay, having a dipole moment of 0.4. Now see here we are given dipole moment, so no use of this length. Okay, there is no use of this length. Now we have derived the equation for magnetic field at axis and equator of a bar magnet. So we know that formula B axis is mu0 upon 4 pi. Okay, now mu0 is 4 pi into 10 to minus 7 Newton upon ampere square. So mu0 upon 4 pi will get minus 7. Okay, now m is given 10 to minus 7 to m is 0.4. R is 5 into 10 to minus 1 cube. Okay, now see that way if we simplify, it will be 3.2 into 10 to minus 7 Tesla. Okay. Okay. Now similarly on the equator of a bar magnet, it is mu0 upon 4 pi m upon r cube. Okay, so it will be 10 to minus 7. Okay, into m is 0.4 into 5. Okay, so you can simplify. So value will get as a 6.4. Okay, so this is how we can find out value of the magnetic field at a point on the axis and equator. Okay, so what you have to keep in mind that here length is given, but at the same time dipole moment is also given. So no use of the length, otherwise they should have given the pole strength. Now we take the next example, that is example number 5.8. Okay, see Earth's magnetic field on the equator is given as 0.4 Gauss. Now we have to remember that 1 Gauss is 10 to minus 4 Tesla. 0.4 into 10 to minus 4. Okay, estimate the Earth's dipole moment, that is m. Now see the radius of the Earth is r, 6400 kilometer. That is 6.4. Okay, now equatorial field is given, so we can use the formula B equator okay m upon r cube. Now again mu0 is 4 pi into 10 to minus 7 MKS unit, so mu0 upon 4 pi. Now see 4 into 10 to minus 5 is m upon equator given. Okay, mu0 upon 4 pi is 10 to minus 7. M we have to find out, and 6400 kilometer. See that we are converting the MKS unit, that is 6.4. So we make m as the subject of the equation. Okay, so now you can solve. That will be 1.0. Dipole moment unit is ampere meter square. See, that you have to keep in mind. So here equatorial field is given, radius of the earth, that is the distance, is given. Okay, from that we can find out the dipole moment. Okay, so this is how we can obtain the dipole moment of the earth's magnetic field. Okay, now see our next question, or example number 5.9. Okay, see the magnetic meridian at a certain place, the horizontal component of the earth's magnetic field. Okay, BH is the horizontal component, 0.26 Gauss. Okay, and angle of D is 60 degree. Angle okay, what is the magnetic field of the earth at that point? That is B or BE. Okay, now see what is that angle of dip is I or phi. Okay, now what is the formula for the horizontal component of the earth magnetic field? Okay, that is BH is BE cos phi or BE cos I. Okay, we want to find out BE, that will be BH upon cos I. Okay, now angle of dip is given 60, cos 60 is 0.5. Okay, cos 60 value is 0.5. So you can substitute the value. Okay, answer we keep in Gauss only. Okay, here BH is given in terms of Gauss. Final answer also we can keep in the terms of Gauss only. So this is about the example number 5.10. Okay, now see our next example, example number 5.10. Okay, now see a solenoid has a core of the material with a relative permeability. Now we know relative permeability is mu r is 400. Okay, and the winding of the solenoid is insulated from a core and carrying a current of 2 ampere. That current is 2 ampere. Okay, now okay, number of turns is 100 turn per meter. See, n. Now this should be in amperes unit, but right now it is given in amperes only, so we should no need to convert this. See, we have to find out number of things. First is a magnetic intensity. First we have to find out H. Now how do we use the formula? See, B is equal to mu 0 H, B is equal to mu 0 Ni. So if I compare, H is equal to Ni, that is magnetic intensity. So H is equal to Ni, N is 1000, that is 10⁻³ . Okay, so here number of turns per unit length is given, current is given. Okay, so H is equal to Ni. This is how we derive the equation. See, B is equal to mu 0 H and B is equal to mu 0 Ni. So if I compare this, we will get H is equal to Ni. So there is a magnetic intensity. Now second is a magnetic field. See here, air is not the medium. Okay, air is not the medium. So we have to use B is equal to mu H. Now mu is mu 0 mu r. Okay, that we have seen in the theory part. Okay, that is mu 0 value is known to us 4 pi into 10⁻⁷. See, the H mu r value is given as 400 and H we have obtained is, okay, so okay, now this is how we can substitute the values. So that will get us about 1 Tesla. Okay, that is 1.0048 Tesla. Okay, so first we obtain the magnetic intensity, second we have obtained magnetic field is B. Now third we have to obtain magnetization. See, magnetization formula is M. Now we have derived the relation. Okay, we have derived the relation that B is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi minus H. H is equal to, sorry, H is equal to B upon mu 0, sorry. Okay, H is equal to B upon mu 0 minus M. So M is equal to, we make M as a subject of the equation. Now B is 1 Tesla, mu 0 is 4 pi, and this we can write as 1.0048, and H value we have obtained. Okay, so you should convert this into terms of power. 1.00 okay, minus, okay, now so then you can obtain a 798 okay. Now see, what is the unit of magnetization? Unit is again ampere per meter. Okay, now see the fourth part. First we have obtained value of H. Secondly, we obtain the value of magnetic field B. Third, we have obtained the value of the magnetization. And the fourth is a magnetizing current. Okay. Now, see, magnetization current is that what should be the additional current should be passed so that it gives the similar value of the magnetization. So in that case we have to remember Im is equal to M upon H, M upon N. Okay, M value we have obtained. N is, okay, 2 into 10 to 3 we are having. Okay, N is 1, 1000 ton per meters is 1. Okay, so this is how we can obtain the magnetization. What is the meaning of this? Suppose we do not place the magnetic material inside the solenoid. Okay, only we have to change the current and we have to obtain the similar magnetization. What should be the additional current that to be passed through the solenoid so as we get the required magnetization? You can see here the 798 ampere is a very large value. Okay, why? Because our conventional current in household application is maximum limited to 15 ampere. Okay, so such a large value of the current is not possible. So that's why what we use, see, we had a solenoid in which the air is a medium. See, we place a material inside it with some magnetic property, so naturally its magnetization will increase. So this is how the magnetic property of the material is useful to us. So this is nothing but our example 5.8. Now see example number 5.11. Okay, next is example number. Okay. Now see here the domain in a ferromagnetic form. Now we know the ferromagnetic are the materials with the domain structure. Okay, in the form of a cube of side. Now we have a cube given. See, the length of the tube is 1 micrometer. So what is the volume? Okay, Now the number of iron atom in the domain and maximum possible dipole moment we have to calculate the molecular mass of iron. 55 gram per mole. Now MKS is okay, and the density gram per centimeter cube. Okay, and see the dipole moment of each atom. Is given as 9.27. Okay, this is the dipole moment of one atom. Okay, now see, first we find out number of molecules. Okay, first we find out number of molecules. Now that is n upon Na is m upon m0. Okay, that is n upon Na is m upon. Okay, now see mass, molecular mass 55 into 10 to minus 3. See, centimeter, gram per centimeter cube, kg per meter cube, that we have studied in the dimensional analysis, kg per meter cube. Okay, this is a, okay, this will become here. Why? See, this mass is a mass contained in a unit volume, so that will be 7.93. M0 is a molecular mass 55 into Na is 6.02 into 10 to 20. Now, so you try to calculate this value. Okay. Now this will be 29, 23 plus okay. Now these are the number of molecules contained in 1 meter cube volume. Okay. Okay. So now what is the volume given to us? 10 to minus 18 meter cube. So we can find out like this. Okay, that is in a 1 meter cube volume, number of atoms are 10 to minus 18. So 8.64, 8 minus. Okay, now these are the atoms in a given volume. Similar. Recall this we had used in somewhere in one example in chapter number 3 also. Okay, that is number density. Okay, there we used to denote as a small n. Okay, there we used to denote as small n. So these are the number of atoms in a given volume. Now we have to find out the total dipole moment. Okay, total dipole moment. See, that is the dipole moment of one atom into number of molecules. In given volume. Okay, now okay, and the dipole moment of one molecule is given as 9.27. Okay, that is the dipole moment of one molecule. So that is minus 24 given. Okay, so now we simplify. There is 80 or 8 into 10 to minus. Okay, see here n is a number only, so that will have the same unit. Now what will be the corresponding maximum magnetization? Maximum okay, for maximum magnetization, what we have to do? See, we have to divide with the volume of the given cube. Okay, that will be 8 into 10 to minus 3 upon minus 18, that we have seen that there is a volume of the cube given. So that will get as 8 into minus 14 and minus 13. Okay, sorry. Yes, 18 minus 13 is 5. Okay. Now see, what is the unit of magnetization? See, this we can call as mx, is ampere per meter. Okay, this is an interesting sum. See, from the given volume, given mass and the molecular mass and or the atomic mass and the density, we have obtained the number density, that is capital N. Okay, now see, the dipole moment of one molecule is given. From that we have obtained the total dipole moment. Okay, and the dipole moment per unit volume, that is a given volume, is called the maximum magnetization. So this is example number 5.11. So now with that we come to we have completed. Dear students, see, we have completed examples of lesson number 5. Now we start with the exercise numericals. Now see, the theoretical type of questions we will discuss at the end. Now we start with the exercise sum number 5.3. Okay, now see, a short bar magnet is placed at the angle of 30 degree. Okay, in a uniform magnetic field of 0.25 Tesla, experiences a torque of Joule. Now see, the unit of torque and work is same, so that's why unit is Joule. Okay, now we have to find out the dipole moment. Now see, what is the formula for the torque acting on a dipole or a bar magnet placed in a magnetic field? It is md sin theta. Okay, so we have to find out m e upon d sin theta. Now here theta is 30, sin 30 will be 0.5. Okay, so d is 0.25. Okay, now if we solve, we'll get is 0.36. And what is the unit of dipole moment? That is ampere meter square. So here, see, 1, 2, 3, 4 quantity. Out of 4, 3 is given. Okay, 4, so we can easily obtain. So that is nothing but value of the magnetic field we can obtain. Now see, next exercise numerical. Okay, now see, a short bar magnet has a dipole moment of, okay, now it is placed in a uniform magnetic field. Okay, in a stable equilibrium. Okay, it is placed in such a way it can freely rotate. Now two things we have to calculate. First, its potential energy in most stable condition or most stable equilibrium. Okay, and second is the most unstable. Now see, when it is placed parallel to the field, okay, theta is equal to 0, it is most stable condition. Now cos 0 is 1. Now see, what is the formula for the potential energy of the dipole? Okay, or a bar magnet is minus md cos theta. Okay. Now here m and b are given. Theta is cos 0 is 1. Okay. Now that we can substitute minus point. Now when it is placed in such a way, it is rotated by angle of 180 degrees. Okay, that will be most unstable. Cos 180 is minus 1. So u is equal to now you got the similar value here. Okay, so that is a value of the potential energy in a most unstable condition. See, this is about exercise number 5.4. Now see exercise numerical number 5.5. Now see a solenoid has a number of 800 turns and area is 2.5 into 10 to minus 4 meters square. Okay, now current passed is 3 ampere. Okay, now you have to find out sense in which the solenoid acts as a bar magnet and what is the associated magnetic moment. Now see the theory part we have seen. This we derived in the fourth lesson, that the magnetic dipole moment of a solenoid is m is equal to NIA. S stands for solenoid is NIA. N is 800, 2.5. Now see if we calculate, we get 0.6 ampere meter square. Now in which sense it acts as a magnet? Okay, so you have to see what will be the direction of the current. See the solenoid current is passed like this. In the beginning of the lesson we had a relation, equivalence between solenoid and a bar magnet. Okay, now see depending on the current. Okay, depending on the current, let us say current is in this direction. Okay, so what is the direction of the magnetic field? Okay, it is ms. Now we can consider it like a bar magnet with dipole moment is in the similar direction. So that is a relation or the equivalence between dipole moment of a solenoid and a bar magnet. Okay, now see the next example is correlated to our exercise number 5.5. Okay, now see the here it is allowed to rotate in a magnetic field of a 0.25 Tesla. See here m we have obtained as 0.6 ampere. See that we have derived here, and theta is how much? 30 degrees. It is allowed to rotate by angle of 30 degrees. So here see what we have obtained is a magnetic dipole. Magnetic field is given, theta is given. So value of the torque is equal to mb sin theta. Okay, so the magnitude of the torque is mb sin theta. M is 0.6, b is 0.25, sin 30 is 0.5. Okay, now we can solve. Okay, that is 0.07. See torque unit is Newton meter or okay, so that is a value of the torque. Now see our next sum is exercise sum number 5.6. Next sum is exercise sum number 5.7. Sorry. Okay, now see a bar magnet has a magnetic moment. Okay, now align with the direction with a uniform magnetic field of 0.22 Tesla. Okay, what is the work required to external torque to align its magnetic moment normal to the field and opposite to the field. Okay, now see here, let us say its initial condition theta is equal to 0, that is aligning its direction to the magnetic field, and secondly is allowed to rotate by angle of normal, yani theta 2 is 90 degree here. Okay, so what is the change in the potential energy? Nothing, that is nothing but change in work done. Okay, so from theta 1 is equal to 0 to theta 2 is equal to 90, u is equal to minus mb cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. Okay, now see, we have to substitute the values. Minus m is 1.5. See here, cos 90 is 0 and cos 0 is 1. Okay. Okay, so that will become 1.5 into, okay, I think 0.33. Yes. Okay, that is a work done to rotate from theta is equal to 0 to theta is equal to 90. Secondly, see, we have to find out the, first it was in the direction of the field. This is a uniform magnetic field, opposite direction. So in that case, theta 1 will be 0, theta 2 will be 180, cos 0 is 1, cos 180 is minus. Now again u is equal to minus mb cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. Cos 180 is minus 1. Okay. Okay, now we can simplify it as 1.5 into 0.60. Okay, see, this is the work required to rotate from theta is equal to 0 to theta is equal to, initially it was parallel, now we have to make it anti-parallel, so theta 2 has become 180. Now, see, the third part of the question says, see, what is the torque in each case? Okay, torque in each case. Now, first it was rotated to angle of 90 degree from theta is equal to 0 to theta is equal to 90. So torque is mb sin theta. Okay, sin 90 is 1. So we get 1.5 into. Okay, and secondly, rotated by angle of 180 degrees, so theta will be 180 in the second case. Torque is mb sin theta. Sin 180 is 0. Okay, so this is how we get the value of torque in this case. Now see, this is about example, exercise sum number 5.7. Now exercise sum number 5.8. Okay. Now see, a closely wound solenoid has number of turns is given as 2000. Area is 1.6 into 10 to minus 4 meters square. Current is 4 ampere. Okay. See, we have to find out what is the magnetic dipole moment of the solenoid. So MS is NIA 2000. Current is 4. Okay, now this we can calculate. Okay, that is 1.28 ampere meter square. Now second part, what is the force and the torque if the horizontal magnetic field of 7.2 is set up at angle of 30 degree. Okay, now yes, so here M is 1.28, that is part B. 7.5 into 10 to minus 2, theta is 30 degree. Okay, theta is 30 degree. So magnitude of the torque is md sin theta. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. Okay. Now, so we can calculate a corresponding torque. Okay, that is 4.8. Again, torque unit is Newton meter. Okay. Now, see, these are the exercise numerical of lesson number 5. See, next time we'll continue with the exercise numerical and complete it. See, thank you.